Calling the roll for the Monday, June 16, 2025 Board of Control meeting. It is 11:01 a.m. We have Joseph Nani serving as an alternate for Meredith Turner.
Here.
Levine Ross serving as an alternate for Michael Hauser.
Here.
Councilmember Robert Schlepper.
Here.
Melanie Say serving as an alternate for Mike Dever.
Here.
Catherine Gallagher serving as an alternate for Chris Ronay, County Executive.
Here.
Lee Tucker serving as an alternate for Michael Chambers, Fiscal Officer and as Chairperson.
Here.
Paul Porter.
Here.
We have a quorum.
We can take a second to review the Board of Control minutes from June 9th. If there's no corrections, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Say. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Minutes approved. Is there public comment?
No public comment.
Moving on to contracts and awards.
Okay. First item, new item for review, BC 2025-379. Department of Public Works, on behalf of the Department of Sustainability, submitting an RFP exemption, which will result in award recommendation to Recycle Away LLC in the amount not to exceed $16,273.98 for the purchase and shipping of 45 large simple sort triple recycling stations and 2 23-gallon simple sort compost containers, and submitting a purchase order with said RFP exemption.
Good morning, everyone. Tom Pavich, Public Works. This is an award recommendation to Recycle Away. It's a purchase order. It's for the purchase of 45 different individual recycling stations. There are 3 base stations as well as 2 composters. The award is to recycle away, and this is on behalf of the Department of Sustainability that was working through this.
Questions on this item? Mr. Nani?
Oh, just where will these be located?
So they'll be located here at the administration building as well as the new 1801 facility. So right now we have Board of Elections there and eventually HHS.
One other question. Is there an additional cost for the maintenance or removal of this, or I don't know how these things work?
So these will operate, from my feedback, based on, working with internal stakeholders, just like the trash that's removed today. So it'll be done in-house as it is.
Okay, thank you.
Any additional questions? Hearing no additional questions, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second? Seconded by Mr. Nani. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Item approved. Next item?
Next item, BC 2025-380, Department of Public Works submitting an RFP exemption which will result in an award recommendation to Downtown Cleveland Alliance, also known as Downtown Cleveland, and the amount not to exceed $43,575 for event coordination, event equipment, entertainment, and historical walking tours from the Downtown Cleveland Alliance for the Cuyahoga County Rediscover Veterans Memorial Bridge events for the period June 19, 2025 through December 31st, 2025, and submitting a purchase order with said RFP exemption.
Good morning. This is Sheila Obricky with Public Works. We are requesting an RFP exemption to work with Downtown Cleveland Alliance for a purchase order to do event coordination for both the weekly Take-A-Hike tours, which are 16 weeks of tours that take place on Fridays from now through the end of September, and then the annual Bridge Tour, which is on Saturday, June 21st. Downtown Cleveland Alliance will help with event coordination, with getting the event equipment, as well as supplies, and also helping with finding space for the county volunteers to take their lunch breaks and to have a place to get out of the heat for the day. But this is an ongoing event that we've had the last few years. Downtown Cleveland Alliance has worked with us, and so, again, we're asking for an exemption for a purchase order of $43,575.
Are there any questions on this item? Hearing no questions, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Porter. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Item approved. Thank you. Next item?
Next item, BC 2025-381, Department of Information Technology recommending an award and enter into a purchase order with SHI International Corporation and the amount not to exceed $15,854.04 for a joint cooperative purchase of 36 10G-based transceivers for the Cleveland and Columbus data centers.
Good morning, Dennis Sullivan, Department of IT. This hardware is needed for connectivity issues at both data centers, as Cheryl read into the record, in Cleveland here and in Columbus. This goes along with the project with the upgrade of the hardware for the server chassis and the servers also.
Thank you. Are there any questions on this item? Hearing no questions, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Nani. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Item approved. Next
Thank
item?
Next item, BC 2025-382, County Executive's Office submitting a grant agreement with Bedford Historical Society via contract number 5438 and the amount not to exceed $20,000 to provide funding for the Bedford Historical Museum interior masonry repair project effective upon signatures of all parties for a period of 2 years.
Good morning, Adam Akers, Fiscal Department. This is an agreement with the Bedford Historical Society to provide funding for mason repairs in the amount of $20,000.
Thank you. Are there any questions on this item? Hearing no questions, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second? Second. Second by Ms. Ross. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Item approved. Next item?
Next item, BC 2025-383, Court of Common Pleas Corrections Planning Board submitting an amendment to an agreement with Alcohol, Drug Addiction, and Mental Health Services Board of Cuyahoga County for residential level care services for duly diagnosed men for the period July 1st, 2021 through June 30th, 2025, for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $165,000 effective January 1st, 2025.
Good morning, Linda Lagoonzad with the Corrections Planning Board. This Adams Board contract amendment allows for the continuation of residential treatment services for duly diagnosed offenders who are also male felony offenders being supervised by the court's Adult Probation Department. The cost of this third amendment, as was stated, is $165,000, which will allow for services to be continued until the expiration of this contract, which is June 30th of this year. Residential care will occur at Catholic Charities Matt Talbot facility in Parma, and the length of residence discharge readmission under the contract is subject to team staffing decisions involving Matt Talbot and the Adult Probation Department.
Thank you. Are there any questions on this item? Hearing no questions, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second? Second. Second by Ms. Say. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Item approved. Next item?
Thank you.
Next item, BC 2025-384, Court of Common Pleas, Juvenile Court Division, submitting an amendment to a contract with Men of Courage for mentoring services for court-referred youths and young adults ages 11 to 20 with high risk for recidivism for the period July 1st, 2023 through June 30th, 2026, for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $46,126.
Good morning. Sharon Allen, Juvenile Court. This is a contract amendment, again, with Men of Courage. The vendor provides one-on-one mentoring and group-based mentoring to court-referred youth. And again, this amendment is to increase the funds in the amount of $46,126, and this contract is 100% funded by the Reclaim Grant.
Thank you. Are there any questions on this item? Hearing no questions, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second? Second. Second by Ms. Ross. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Item approved. Next item?
Thank you.
Next item, BC 2025-385, Sheriff's Department recommending an award on RQ 15642 and enter into a purchase order with Victory Supply LLC and the amount not to exceed $297,508.10 for replacement of 1,730 inmate mattresses.
Good morning, Chris Costin, Sheriff's Department. The jail is in process of replacing all these mattresses to get rid of the old outdated ones.
Thank you. Are there any questions on this item? Hearing no questions, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second? Second by Councilman Schlepper. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Item approved. Next item?
Next item, BC 2025-386, Department of Public Safety and Justice Services, on behalf of the Local Emergency Planning Committee, requesting authority to apply for grant funds to the United States Department of Transportation, Pipeline and Hazardous Materials Safety Administration, and the amount not to exceed $63,000 for the FY 2025 through 2027 Hazardous Materials Emergency Preparedness Grant Program Year 1 for the period October 1st, 2025 through September 30th, 2026.
Good morning, Mary Beth Vaughn from Public Safety, and if this grant is awarded, it will pay for a commodity flow study and for 2 members of the LEPC to attend a national training.
Thank you. Are there any questions on this item? Hearing no questions, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Nani. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Item approved.
Thank you.
Next item? Thank you.
Next item, BC 2025-387, Medical Examiner's Office recommending an award and enter into a purchase order with McKesson Medical Surgical Government Solutions LLC and the amount not to exceed $12,294.44 for state contract purchase of 1 handheld chemical analyzer.
Hugh Shannon, Medical Examiner's Office. This is a handheld analyzer for blood and other fluids that we're able to use in the field and also in between autopsy suites if we need to.
Thank you. Are there any questions on this item? Hearing no questions, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second? Second. Second by Ms. Say. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Item approved. Next item?
Next item, BC 2025-388, is being amended to add the time extension. Department of Health and Human Services, Cuyahoga Job and Family Services, submitting an amendment to a contract with Catholic Charities Corporation for a comprehensive pre-employment screening program for the Ohio Works First SNAP applicants for the period July 1st, 2024 through June 30th, 2025, to extend the time period to June 30th, 2026, to add Exhibit 2A representing the budget for the amendment term effective July 1st, 2025, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $511,179.90.
Good morning, Marcos Cortez with Health and Human Services on behalf of Cuyahoga Jobs and Family Services. Again, Catholic Charity provides high-quality, comprehensive pre-employment screening services for all of our OWF and SNAP applicants and recipients in Cuyahoga County. The goal is to evaluate the applicant's job readiness and identify potential barriers to employment prior to being assigned to a work and training activity. We are exercising an option year to extend this contract.
Thank you. Are there any questions on this item? Hearing no questions, I'd like to make a motion to approve as amended. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Porter. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Item approved. Next
As
item.
amended.
As amended, correct. Next item.
Next item, BC 2025-389, Department of Health and Human Services, COG Job and Family Services, recommending an award and submitting a master services products and license agreement via contract number 5428 with CBTS Technology Solutions LLC and the amount not to exceed $264,000 for state contract purchase of voice over Internet Protocol call center operations in connection with Cuyahoga County SNAP Telework for Performance Project for the period June 1st, 2025 through May 31st, 2027.
Marcos Cortez again with Health and Human Services on behalf of Cuyahoga Jobs and Family Services. This vendor currently operates our Voice over Internet Protocol VoIP call center services for CJFS employees. This contract will allow the call center workers to be able to answer incoming calls using computer and headsets instead of a physical telephone. The services provided will also include recording for all calls received through the contact center. Additionally, and more importantly, because the same vendor operates our contact center, the screens used by the workers during the call can be recorded as well, which allows us to do additional quality control.
Thank you. Are there any questions on this item? Ms. Ross?
Good morning, Marcos. Will this enhancement help to determine calls that have been disconnected?
I'd have to verify that. I'm not 100% sure.
Any additional questions? Hearing no additional questions, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Ross. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Item approved. Next item.
Next item, BC 2025-390, Department of Health and Human Services, COG Job and Family Services, submitting an RFP exemption, which will result in a participation agreement with County Commissioners Association of Ohio Service Corporation, Ohio Child Support Professional Association, formerly known as Ohio CISA Directors Association, and the amount not to exceed $54,381.60 for usage of Clear subscription services, lead evaluation and reporting database for the period June 1st, 2025 through May 31st, 2027, and submitting the participation agreement via contract number 5431 with said RFP exemption.
The Clear database provides personal, residential, financial, criminal, and social media information, which is essential when conducting a thorough investigation. The data that is collectively gathered is imperative when establishing repayment agreements with clients. Clear is powered by billions of data points and leverages cutting-edge public records technology to bring all key contents together in a customizable dashboard.
Thank you. Are there any questions on this item? Hearing no questions, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Nani. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item approved. Next item.
Next item, BC 2025-391, Department of Health and Human Services, Cuyahoga Job and Family Services, submitting a revenue generating agreement via contract number 5450 with McGregor Pace in the amount not to exceed $42,527.05 to provide financial assistance for staffing services for determining income eligibility and processing of Medicaid applications for individuals seeking enrollment in McGregor Pace for the period February 1st, 2025 through December 31st, 2025.
Marcos Cortez, again, McGregor Pace will provide funding for a dedicated CJFS trained worker whose assigned caseloads will exclusively consist of Pace consumers enrolled or seeking enrollment in McGregor Pace medication applications. This is actually they're providing 50% of the cost, and the county will cover the other 50%. And it is one actual caseworker.
Thank you. Are there any questions on this item? Hearing no questions, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second? Second by Ms. Say. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item approved. Next item.
Next item, BC 2025-392, Department of Health and Human Services, Division of Children and Family Services, submitting an RFP exemption which will result in a payment to the Centers for Families and Children in the amount not to exceed $75,712.84 as final payment for the period September 1st, 2024 through September 30th, 2024 for residential placement for up to 58 children and young adults for high-quality childcare for children in custody in connection with the Child Wellness Campus project rendered on contract number 4026 during the contract term December 21st, 2023 through December 31st, 2024, and submitting a purchase order with said RFP exemption.
Marcos Cortez, on behalf of Children and Family Services. As you know, the county is engaged with the centers to implement the Child Wellness Campus, now known as the Hope Campus. When we kicked this off, we entered into a contract with the centers to begin the hiring and onboarding process for staff. This contract was unfortunately accidentally closed at the end of last year before final payments could be made. So this purchase order will allow us to make those final payments.
Thank you. Are there any questions on this item? Hearing no questions, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Porter. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item approved. Next item.
Next item, BC 2025-393, Department of Health and Human Services, Community Initiatives Division, Office of Homeless Services, submitting an amendment to a contract with Joseph's Home, DBA Joseph and Mary's Home, for temporary housing and supportive services for medically fragile men experiencing homelessness for the period July 1st, 2024 through June 30th, 2025, to extend the time period to June 30th, 2026, to add Exhibit 2A representing the budget for the amendment term effective July 1st, 2025, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $267,547.
Marcos Cortez again with the Office of Homeless Services. As you've heard, Joseph's Hope provides housing for medically fragile men experiencing homelessness. Residents receive case management, care coordination, and peer support to connect to permanent housing and the supports they need to remain housed and stable. Joseph's Home accepts referrals from all 5 hospitals in Cuyahoga County, community health centers, including Care Alliance and Neighborhood Family Practice, the shelters, and other providers in the continuum of care, and street outreach from NEOC.
Thank you. Are there any questions on this item? Hearing no questions, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second? Second by Councilman Schlepler. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Councilman Schlepler. Sorry. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item approved. Next item.
Let the record reflect that Meredith Turner is now present in the room, but Joe Nani will continue to serve as her alternate.
Thank you. Moving on to consent agenda items, sorry.
Consent agenda items are BC 2025-394 through BC 2025-395.
If we can take a moment to review these items. Are there any questions on the consent agenda items? Hearing no questions, I'd like to make a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Nani. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Consent agenda items is approved. Is there any other business?
No other business?
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Excuse me,
Oh,
one quick item. I learned that today is Dennis Sullivan's last Board of Control meeting before he retires. And I just wanted to say that I've appreciated knowing him through, I think I met you probably my first week working at Cuyahoga County. You've always been great to work with, and thank you for your service.
Well, thank you, Joe.
Congratulations.
Will Ms. Dennis like to make a motion to adjourn? Thank you. Is there a second? Second. Second by Ms. Say. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Welcome back.